So, like, was he just, like, hiding in the bush? Was he, like, under the bike rack? Like, where was he? Hey everybody, my name is Nick. If this is your first time here on my channel, what's up? If this is not your first time here on my channel, welcome back. Alright you guys, so today is the day of all days. We are watching a movie that I love so much. Now before we get into that, I want to thank everybody who participated in the live stream. I want to thank everybody who, well, all of you really, who were so patient and waited a couple weeks for me to put out a new video. As most of you know, I did move across the country, so we are here, we are set up in the new place. Now that we got all the thank yous out of the way, it's time to get into the subject of today's video. One may have discerned that I am a fan of the Scream franchise, you know, if you couldn't tell or anything. With the delays and with moving and all of that jazz, I wasn't able to get this out as soon as possible, which is what I normally would have done, but good things come to those who wait. So today we are getting into 2023's Scream 6. I have seen this movie before. I have seen this movie many times at this point. I love this movie so much, so I'm excited to be able to, you know, talk about it with you guys, watch it with you guys. Now, before we get into this, there's a couple little things that I want to go over with this movie. As you guys know, I am a very analytical person, and with all of the other films in this franchise, I have analyzed the crap out of them. Here is what I have come to the conclusion when it comes to the radio silence films. The radio silence entries in the Scream franchise require you to suspend your disbelief a lot more. Now, I'm assuming that you guys have already seen this movie. If you have not seen this movie, go watch the movie and then come back. But the radio silence films, when I say that you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit more, what I am referring to is characters in these films seem to get stabbed and injured and hit and don't really seem to respond to those injuries. Like, you'll have somebody who just gets stabbed an alarmingly high number of times. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about.
How are you alive?
So with all of that being said, to me, that is not a fault of these films. Do I prefer the more grounded in reality ones like the first four films? Yes. But I recognize that this is just Radio Silence's style. With Scream 5 and now Scream 6, those are things that I'm not gonna really hold against it. Now when it comes to like character decisions, yes, we'll get into that. But aside from that, I love this movie. This is like a roller coaster. It's just a fun ride the whole time, and I'm really, really excited to get into it. But before we get into it, if you would be so kind to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you can get notifications for whenever I upload a new video. You could also check me out on social media if you are interested in what I am doing outside of YouTube. I have both Instagram and I have Twitter. And if you are interested in seeing more reactions from me, you can check me out on Patreon. You'll get access to an exclusive catalog of full-length reactions, movies and TV shows that are not on YouTube, full-length audio commentaries, and polls to help me pick what I watch next. So now that we got all of that out of the way, it is time. Let's not delay. Let's get into Scream 6. That's my girl, Samara Weaving. And you know, I kind of figured that she was gonna be the opening kill, especially because you only saw her in one outfit in the promos. So all that I asked for was give us the yodel. Give us the goat throat yodel or whatever it is. Ugh, one of the best screams. Like, you can use GPS. It's not like you're using like a Motorola flip phone or something like that. You have GPS.
You know, no problem.
This is what I get for picking a trendy place.
Also, seeing this in theaters for the first time was when I figured out that she's not American. So I thought that she was putting on an accent for this movie.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Not that one.
Yikes.
What color's the outside of the restaurant?
I think it's red. Let me go have a little look-see.
I would have been like, you know how you can figure out what color the outside is? You can type it into Google Maps and then hit Street View, and that'll answer your question. Now this, the body though, the body. Oh, the body.
Can you see me?
It's the way she's...
You teach a class about slashers, and you still walked into a dark alley, alone.
Like, you know that it's bad when the killer himself is pointing out how stupid you are. Now this, it was easier to see in theaters. A lot of people did not pick up on this, but when she looks into the side of the alley or whatever, into the darkness, you can actually see Ghostface standing there. I don't think you can see the top of him, but you can definitely see the robe from the waist down kind of blowing in the wind. If you have this at home, you could like mess with the contrast a little bit and then you'll be able to see it. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, here comes my line. Here comes my line. I love it.
Now I see something red.
Round of applause. It is so good. It is so good. In a surprising turn of events, the killer is Tony Ravioli.
Are you and Greg gonna come to the OKB party?
Miss Genta, you are far too trusting of people.
Honey, I'm home.
So I didn't get this the first 6 times that I've seen this, but apparently everybody else thinks that they're like, I don't know.
We said we wouldn't use the voice on each other.
We said a lot of things.
I want to know what other things that they said.
I'm really looking forward to seeing you tonight. I think we should have some fun. Baby, I'm really horny. What do you want me to wear for our date tonight?
When the knife went in her, it's like she wasn't human anymore.
This is sick.
Just meat.
As gross and twisted and demented as all of this is, I do appreciate it. It's kind of nice to be able to get a kind of peek behind the curtain and see how the killers sort of view things. I mean, I'm sure that they all don't view it in the exact same way, but I don't know. This was a nice switch up. I like a little bit more depth to the characters.
Colder.
The fact that this dum-dum didn't pick up on this, absolutely not. Ooh, that mask is so good.
Do you feel like an animal, Jason?
Second favorite line of the movie.
We have to finish the movie.
Who gives a fuck about movies?
I think my soul left my body in the theater when that happened. Oh, so good.
But every time I push you for specifics, you shut down.
I have trust issues.
Same. And nobody tried to murder me. Well, as far as I know.
My father was Billy Loomis. He was a famous serial killer. They made a movie about him.
Actually.
Spree killer, if you want to get technical.
This crazy rumor started online that I orchestrated the whole thing and framed them.
I'm surprised, like, if she's been coming to see him for 6 months, at no point did she look around the room that she was in to see all of these little toys all over of, like, horror movie characters, including Ghostface.
I stabbed him 22 times and slit his throat. And then I shot him in the head.
Yeah. I'd also like to point out that this Sam in this movie, this is her movie. She turns the party in this movie. Melissa Barrera, mwah. Also, hats off to the costume designer for this movie because, oh, gosh, Sam, the outfits that she is in this movie, chef's kiss.
Were we being too loud? Not at all. Is that Paul?
Who the fuck is Paul?
Like, the entire theater laughed when that happened.
Where's Tara? She went to the Omega Kappa Beta party.
Omega Kappa Beta Brothers!
Ooh, is cute boy shirtless again?
Now look, I know everybody is fawning all over this man. I thought this man looked like a serial killer before the movie even came out, before he was cast in the movie. When I saw him in She-Hulk, I thought serial killer. And I know in this one, he's not the killer.
Allegedly.
The fact that Scream 5 patterns sort of the motives in a way of the original Scream, and then this film, Scream 6, patterns Scream 2. I'm assuming that Scream 7 is going to pattern Scream 3. And remember, Randy said in Scream 3...
True trilogies are all about going back to the beginning and discovering something that wasn't true from the get-go. Godfather, Jedi, all revealed something that we thought was true that wasn't true.
Which leads me to believe that their mother or their father, the one that ran away when he figured out that, you know, he wasn't actually the father, they're going to be involved. And I think that Danny is going to be the first killer who appeared in a different movie and managed to make it to the next one undetected. I think that Danny is one of the killers.
It doesn't bother you being at a house party after you were almost brutally murdered at a house party?
No, I think of it like being struck by lightning. The odds of it happening twice to the same person are extremely low.
Listen, I love you, Mindy, but Miss Franchise Expert, hello, like Sidney Prescott, Dewey Riley, Gale Weathers, you exist in a franchise where the exact opposite is the truth.
Last one's kicked. We got some hard stuff in the kitchen, though. Frankie.
Hey, Frankie.
I got a bottle of Fireball up in my room.
Not Fireball, though. That's my husband. Mason Gooding? That's my husband.
Gotta have confidence. Plus, look at you, man. It's a snack. Practically an entire meal all on your own.
He looks like he's 12.
My friend here is a snack, right?
What did that mean?
That meant she's not into preschoolers.
It's fine. I want to. It's okay.
She wants to. Come on.
See, and then this, no, this is where, ugh, no.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna tase you in the balls real quick.
I mean, badass as it is, if this was the real world, yeah, that's assault too, Sam. Can't just go around tasing people because you don't like them. Well, I mean, you could.
So? If I want to hook up with an asshole, that's my decision. It's my decision. Okay.
I mean, it is your decision, but your decision-making abilities when you are intoxicated removes that.
Hey! Murderer!
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. There would have been another murder right there because I would have.
That was it.
Also, like, if you think that somebody is a murderer, why is your instinct to throw a drink upon them?
Are you stupid or something?
Hey, I'm sorry. I told Sam where you went. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Lies.
After we, lost my brother, my dad wouldn't leave me alone.
See, this is the moment when I first saw this in theaters. The second that she said, I lost my brother, I had a feeling her brother was Richie, or at least somebody related to the previous films. Now, I will admit, maybe I was just more so just enjoying the movie versus being analytical the first time. I did not guess the killers. I thought it was, well, sort of. I either thought it was Kirby or I thought it was Detective Bailey, because they're the only two people that would have access to all the stuff in the shrine. The way he looks at her, oh, I want someone to look at me like that. Well, specifically Mason Gooding.
Terry, I think you're really special.
Sorry. No, I would have devoured his entire skull. Yeah, that would have been me, but with Chad.
Can I help it if my kink is woman who's ashamed to be seen with me?
Yeah, so fun fact about Danny.
He's the killer.
And Tara's pissed at me again. She says she wants me to let her go.
Yeah, family can be rough.
There's something about that. There's something about the way that he talks and the way that he delivers his lines and the specific lines of dialogue.
He sounds like he's the killer.
Pack a bag. We leave in 10. Wait, Sam, we're getting out of the city.
That's right. That's right. That's what I would have done.
This might not have anything to do with us. Are you serious? It's a big city. Tara, this isn't a coincidence.
Yeah, Miss Tara is dealing with Denial.
Can you call him and find out what's going on? Before you make the unilateral decision to abandon my college education and flee the fucking state.
It's a little intense the way she delivers that line. I love it, but damn. Not Huey calling, which is understandable to me because honestly, like, I don't delete people's contacts either, so I need to know who's calling me in the middle of the night.
I want you to think long and hard about whether you really want to do this, because the last two people that fucked with us ended up dead.
I know that's right.
So, like, was he just, like, hiding in the bush? Was he, like, under the bike rack? Like, where was he?
You got a problem here, guy?
Yeah.
Hey!
Why? Why is this a trend in these movies where they yell out something before they take down the killer? Don't give a warning shot. Just shoot. Like, the whole movie would have been done at that point. Well, sort of. Now this, knife goes into the chest, right? Falls to the ground. And the knife is suddenly no longer in his chest. I love a good continuity error sometimes. Sometimes. With shit like that, that's just hilarious to me. Oh my god. I zoned out for a second, I forgot. Oh no. He would have found me already because I would have shit my pants. He would have been able to follow the smell.
Ew.
Damn. I feel like that should have been the first clue to them, because like the way that that man handled the shotgun, like he clearly has training of some sort.
This was found next to the body. DNA says that it belonged to someone named Richie Kirsch.
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it rings a bell. It rings a big freaking gong.
Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma. 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 Trauma.
So, our roommate's dad just happened to pull our case.
That'd be a crazy coincidence, right?
Here's my hopes. With Scream 7, the first person that they suspect, they should be like, that's probably the fucking killer. Because Dewey called it immediately. She just called it immediately.
Well, we moved here with Minnie and Chad 6 months ago. Quinn, Ethan, Annika.
They can vouch for Quinn, so that's one less we have to worry about.
No. Herbie. Ooh, I wanted her to be the killer so bad. So bad.
You're the FBI?
You guys know each other?
We went to Woodsboro High together.
We share a certain history.
Can you become an FBI agent at the age of 30?
DNA traces of two individuals, Charlie Walker, Joe Roberts.
Charlie Walker gave me this.
He sure did, that little bitch.
You're both persons of interest in a double homicide, so you're not allowed to leave town, sorry.
Are you serious?
Y'all remember in Scream 5 when they were just like,
We're gonna get the fuck out of Woodsboro.
yep, we're just gonna leave. We're in the middle of a murder investigation, but we're just gonna leave. And they were like,
When the sun comes up, you and your boyfriend can hit the road and leave it to people who actually care about this community.
Do you ladies think you're the reason the Ghostface killer has come to the Big Apple?
I think you are. I think you are, Gale.
Nice try, sweetie. But I've done this dance before. Oh!
Look, I love Gale, but the bitch deserved it.
Said you wouldn't write a book about what happened. And then you wrote a book about what happened.
Now listen. Here's the thing. I love the character of Gale Weathers. However, Gale, in my opinion, is one of the biggest villains of the entire franchise. That does not mean that I don't love her, but she is a villain. She continues to write books knowing that there are killers out there who read these books and then commit murder sprees based upon the knowledge that they obtained from the books that she writes. She may not have picked up that knife, but she is just as responsible.
After everything we went through together, what would Dewey think?
That's a low blow. So was your book.
The last time that he talked to her, he was dragging her for writing about the murders. So, like, duh.
I talked to Sydney.
She's not coming here, is she?
No, she's not coming here. She couldn't afford the plane ticket.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, what?
I'm kidding.
She's taking Mark and the kids someplace safe. She deserves to have her happy ending.
Thank you. I love Sydney. I love Nev. I don't agree with what happened behind the scenes, but I personally kind of feel like Sydney's story is done. Either let her live and be happy, or if she comes back, then she's got to be up on the chopping block. Nobody should be safe in these movies. Oh, what the feet? Did Quentin Tarantino direct this movie? Blah.
You're a day early for trick-or-treating.
See, that wouldn't have happened if you had a Ring camera. Yeah, y'all remember how, like, caller ID increased, like, tenfold after the first Scream movie came out? Ring cameras need to increase after people watch that scene. Putting his face to the damn glass.
Heroes now in college. Check. Suspicious new characters brought in to round out the suspect list and/or body count.
Now, here's my thing.
Do you ever stop talking?
I don't understand why, if they think that the 3 new people could potentially be one or more of the killers, because that's also what happened in Scream 5 and all of the previous ones, I don't understand why they're sitting there going over the rules in front of the people that they think are the killers. I don't understand why they're spending the rest of the movie hanging out with people that they think are the killers. Like, I don't get it.
Longer chases, shootouts, beheadings.
Beheadings?
Beheadings.
Beheadings?
And rule 3, no one is safe.
Again, like, they started this shit in Scream 3.
Anyone, including the main character, can die.
But they're always safe. Literally, almost 90% of the people in this movie make it out alive. Everybody should be on the chopping block. Everybody.
Am I in the friend group? Am I like one of the targets? Am I gonna die a virgin?
I mean, probably. You are only like 13 years old, so probably.
Hey, wait, why am I on the suspect list?
Why are you even here, Ethan?
He was stabbed to death. Through the nose. Through the nose.
Her face.
Another mask was found at the scene. It's a DNA match for Roman Bridger.
Roman. Justice for Roman, the OG mastermind. This, I just have to pause this. This is like crack to me.
Say crack again.
Crack.
I have been waiting. I have been so frustrated throughout all of these films that it constantly goes back to the endless circle jerk of Billy and Stu. I like Billy and Stu, but let's not pretend that there wasn't all of these other killers. Let's not pretend like all of their murder sprees were not higher body counts. Thank you, Radio Silence, for finally acknowledging all of the other killers.
Which just leaves Mickey Altieri. Nancy Loomis.
Although they didn't die in 1997. And Scream 2 takes place in 1998.
I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to go.
I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Will you two just make out already?
You wouldn't have to ask me twice.
This would be so fun. A little slumber party with the core four.
Core 4?
That's right, core 4.
Core 4, up top.
No.
Down low.
Get that away from me.
Up top, down low, however you want to do it. I'm ready.
You can all watch. I don't give a shit.
None of us can relate to what you are experiencing, and I'm really, really sorry that you have to do that alone.
Poor thing.
And I know I shouldn't care what people think. It just sucks being this hated.
Y'all know that this is directly referencing the fact that everybody was so mean and obnoxious and nasty towards Melissa Barrera after Scream 5. I thought she was fine. I'm not gonna lie and sit there and say that I thought she gave some Oscar-winning performance, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is unwatchable. Like, y'all, people are mean. People are nasty.
I've been sleeping with cute boy from across the hall.
You mean you've been sleeping with the killer?
What about you, Jay?
You know it. It sure is going to be one spooky Halloween.
I'll say.
Why does he iron his t-shirts to wear inside at night?
Hey, yeah, what's up, bitch?
It's the what's up bitch for me.
Hey,
No, and don't use my good face wash. It's pH balance for women.
Now, I know that there's like feminine hygiene products that are like pH balanced and all that stuff, but like for your face, is that a thing? I don't know. Please, women's of YouTube, let me know down in the comments because I'm very, very curious about that. Well, shit. So did they like hide somehow so that he couldn't see them applying the prosthetic to her neck?
Run.
Big faker.
The way that you see the skin twist.
Wait, Jack! You're still out there! Shit!
I'm sorry, I would not have gone back. I know that people are like, oh my god, I can't believe they just like ran. I would have ran too. I'm not trying to die.
Baby.
In this situation, it is every hope for themselves.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You have a better idea.
Yeah, I was gonna bring my 12-foot long ladder that I have stored in my apartment, but then I remembered normal people don't have a 12-foot long ladder stored in their apartment.
What the fuck?
Ooh, I love that shot. I love the way he just f***s with her too. Well, you're about to join the Splat Club. Damn.
Oh, she passed away? All right.
Sorry, Annika, we barely knew you.
This isn't your fault, Sam.
But it is.
No, it is not. You know whose fault all of this is? John Milton. That's whose fault this is.
Then don't trust anyone. Not your friends, not me.
Man, you disappear, my sister almost gets killed.
Dude, I was in a study hall with 100 other people. You can ask any of them.
See, he tried to be clever right there. You could ask anybody because he knows that 100 people are gonna be like, I don't remember him being there. Especially like, given like the current trends of teenagers these days. I used to live next door to a high school, and whenever school would let out, if you stepped outside, every single male in that school had that meet me at McDonald's haircut. They all look like the exact.
I'm really sorry about Quinn.
Both my kids are gone.
Little bitch.
When did they start letting children into the FBI?
I'm 30.
Okay, well, you look like a zygote.
I had to look up what a zygote was after I saw this movie because I didn't know what the hell that was.
It's a movie theater.
It's not just a theater, it's a shrine.
I want to go to this so badly. Can you imagine? Oh my god, I never noticed the voice changer from Scream 3 is back there. You would have thought that that would have been like studied by like all the top tech companies in the world to figure out how the f that he managed to do that.
Oh, my Dewey.
But it needed to happen.
Cops like money, and evidence can get lost pretty easily. Present company excluded, of course.
Nope. Why y'all like this is the 6th time that this is happening. I don't know why y'all keep giving all these people like just free passes. Oh, we have an FBI agent and a cop in the group, and we're in a giant shrine full of police evidence. But you know what? Somebody probably just bribed the cops. It's probably not one of you two.
Are you dumb?
Gale, I'm gonna need you to do better. One thing that I kind of wish that they would have done, they do this in the Halloween franchise, where he'll have a different mask in each movie, but they play it off as if it's always been the same looking mask. And to the casual Scream fan, they're probably not going to be able to spot the differences between the costumes in each film. But the masks are different, the costumes are different. I kind of wish that they would have actually had replicas made of the actual costumes that they wore in each of the films, but I understand why they didn't, because it was probably cheaper to do it this way. Maybe next time.
Hot damn, how fucking cool is this place? You gotta be excited to get our murder on again.
It's the fact that they did it again and made him look even older. In this, he looks even older than he does in real life. I feel like it has to just be like an inside running joke at this point.
TV that killed Stumacher. If you believe he's dead.
He's dead. He's fucking dead. The Stu is alive. People are like the flat earthers of the Scream franchise.
Best Nightmare on Elm Street.
New Nightmare.
Best Friday the 13th.
Part 2. Or Jason X.
Psycho 2 is underrated.
I haven't seen Psycho 2. I think I should do that for the channel. Obviously, I've seen the original, but I have not seen any of the other Psycho. Well, I've seen the remake.
Where's your mother in all this?
She cut me off. Then Tara cut her off. So now neither of us have a mother.
Based on how y'all have like talked about her, I think you're probably better off without her personally, because she sounds like a walking turd of a human being.
Sorry to interrupt. I think I might have an idea about how to turn the tables on this creep.
Bailey has an idea.
Little bitch.
This is exactly how our Uncle Randy died. Broad daylight. Yanked into a van. Stab, stab, stab. No more Randy.
That's right. One of the best scenes of Scream 2.
You're gonna die, you know.
No, you're gonna die, Samantha, choking on your own blood.
It's the way that he delivers the line. No, you're going to die.
He's inside an apartment building halfway across the city.
On West 96?
How did you know that?
I want to like look up places on West 96 and the Upper West Side to see how much the apartments cost, because Gale's apartment, y'all.
Oh my God. Not the food, it's for you.
Who is it?
May I ask who's calling, please? He says it's the killer.
I love that.
Hello, Gale. Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone. This is long overdue.
It is. Although I guess that technically means that Dewey never talked to Ghostface on the phone either.
And why bother with me at all?
Maybe you deserve to be punished for all that money you made off the misery of others.
She's got a point.
Richie and Amber managed to butcher Dewey, carved him up.
Is it weird that I kind of wish that Dewey's death was like even gorier?
Like I wanted guts on the floor.
Just like you're not gonna be able to stop this.
Y'all?
When they released this clip before the movie came out, I watched this every single morning. Oh, I was so pumped. Ooh, look at oh, bam! Look how Quinn got right back up after she picked her jaw up off the floor.
Sure, Jan.
Imagine if he killed her, but like he killed her and he threw her off the top of a skyscraper. Like not like 4 or 5 stories up, like 30 stories above. Ooh, that would have been crazy.
How's that for nostalgia, fucker?
Look, if I was I would have had a gun in every single room of the house. I would have had a gun underneath the couch cushions. I would have had a Glock in my titty. Ugh. I don't know why the she leaves the room, though. If the cops were already called, she should have just stayed in the damn room in the corner with the gun pointed. She wouldn't have got jacked like she does. That was smart. That was very, very smart. I wouldn't have gone towards the door, but that was still smart. Quinn is f***ing her up. That's totally a Scream 2 reference with like... Like the way she screams, like I feel that in the lung.
Hey, fuckface!
I feel the need to say the F word now.
Why? Why do they keep warning the killer?
He didn't get me. Tell Sydney he never got me.
Okay, let's pause for a second. That line doesn't make any sense, because if she were to have died, the killer did get her. And I feel like maybe the intention was be like, oh, well, don't tell Sydney that the killer got me, because then Sydney will come to New York City like she came to Woodsboro for Dewey. But she's already contacted Sydney and said, there is another set of killings that are happening right now. Don't come here. So if Gale dies, do we think that Sydney's so fucking stupid that she wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together, that Ghostface killed her?
I got here as fast as I could.
Lying ass bitch.
We want to lure him to a secure location and trap him inside.
And then what?
We execute him.
And the reason that you are telling the plan to everybody that's involved in this right now, knowing that it's like 99.99% likely that the killer is standing there listening to the plan.
Even a good
Mojo Jojo.
Roger L. Jackson. Also, I don't know if I haven't seen anybody online that's caught it. I don't know if this was cut out of the actual scene in the final edit, but in interviews, Radio Silence said that there is somebody at the train station that is wearing the Brandon James mask from the Scream TV series.
Get your Ghostface ass away from me, Ghostface.
Oh, she's amazing. She's amazing. I love Mindy more in this one than I didn't really care for her in the fifth one, but I love her in this one. But one thing that she is consistent with is the one-liners. No, ma'am. Although I say that and I would totally want to get on that train. Well, not in the middle of a murder spree, but like how cool would that be? Every time I forget that happens. In my opinion, this is the best scene of the movie. Why? Because it's creepy as shit. Mindy, you're gonna have a stomachache later.
We gotta get you out of here, okay?
So, like, why was he helping her? Why didn't he just let her sit there and bleed out?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm so good.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Fuck this franchise.
You know, I'm happy that in Scream 7 we'll get more Mindy, which means more one-liners and stuff like that. I will be a little bit critical of the fact that she survived because none of the main characters die in this movie. Really, nobody that we care about dies in this movie at all.
Fuck my drag, right?
Like, I don't feel any tension for them when they are on screen because I know that they're not going to die. As much as I love the subway scene, I do feel like it's slightly undermined by the fact that Mindy made it out alive. But to be fair, Scream 2 is my favorite entry in all of the films, and as much as I love that sound booth scene, the same thing applies to that scene. I feel like it was slightly undermined by the fact that Dewey lived at the end.
Let's get you all inside.
Not you.
What?
Don't trust anyone, remember?
Exactly. Look at him. He's like thinking about murder.
We don't know you. Not really.
You know me.
She knows what's in your genes. She doesn't know you as a person.
I cleared the whole place before you got here. He steps in through the first door, both doors lock automatically, trapping him inside.
I mean, if she cleared the whole place before they all got there, she's kind of a shitty FBI agent. Like, how the hell did everybody else get in the door? I just wanted to, like, quickly pause on this screen. Why would Sam have Sydney's number saved into her phone, let alone saved under the word Sydney? I feel like, given everything else, that A, she wouldn't have her number, and B, it would not be labeled with her actual name, because all somebody would have to do is just steal her phone, and then bam, immediately knows how to get to Sydney. But I'll forgive her because Melissa Barrera's body in this movie, like, she must not leave the gym because damn.
Oh my God!
Yeah, kind of.
They're like 100 years old. Maybe that's your thing.
I wouldn't even be able to talk. Like, standing that close to that man, nope. I like this kind of stuff.
Well, shit.
Come on.
Sarah, let's go.
Perhaps y'all should stop running away from the killer. Y'all just need to jump these hoes. Beheadings! Oh no, I can't look at it. I can't watch. Oh no. Oh.
No, my chat.
But this? Y'all, oh my God. I thought I was gonna slide off the chair.
Ew.
So good. The double knife fight, oh, so good.
It's okay!
Who is she shooting at? The way that there's like magic in these movies that the bullets never actually connect with the killer's skulls until the mask comes off.
Behind you!
See, he got her.
Mindy was right. It was easy to juke.
Shut when you think about it.
Mindy should have pushed your ass in front of a train, because you're annoying.
This was your grandmother, Sam. Nancy Loomis. Really runs in your fucking family, doesn't it?
Look who's talking, motherfucker. I'm just glad that they finally acknowledged Mrs. Loomis as also being part of her bloodline, because I think it's just odd that it's always about Billy, but like, who you think raised Billy? Sorta.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Hey, roomies. You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Yeah, because you died.
Kinda didn't.
I love Quinn.
He'll say some poor dumb bastard read on the internet that you're the real Ghostface.
Exactly, that's why it's a perfect alibi.
So like, if that's the perfect alibi and that's how they were gonna get away with it, doesn't like the whole concept of them having all of the previous masks and pointing out that there's DNA evidence all the way back to Billy, how are they gonna get away? Do they not think that their hair and DNA is not in all of these masks? Also, doesn't that retroactively flat out state none of these people would have ever gotten away with it?
You killed our brother!
You're Richie's family.
I would have been like, so it's okay for your son to go on a murder spree, but it's not okay for me to defend myself?
He has to be punished, along with anyone else who stands in our way.
So that would mean that they're going to go after Sydney after this, right? Like, I'm assuming that they were probably hoping that Sydney was going to get drawn to the city. If they're going after everybody who had a hand in Richie's death, I'm assuming that after this, yeah, actually, no, that pokes even more holes in their plan because Sydney is not here.
It's illogical.
I don't even know why I'm trying to add logic to these. All of the killer's motives never make any fucking sense.
You're overthinking it. Am I, or did whoever make it just underthink it?
Especially Richie's, because if you go back and you watch Scream 5, they were once again going to blame everything on Sam, but Richie was literally standing outside the hospital after Dewey was murdered, giving a police statement in which he would have stated there was another Ghostface in addition to Sam, so...
What's not clicking?
He was a limp dick little fuck who cried before I slit his throat.
Damn. Clocked her ass. It's the teeth coming out of the mouth for me.
I've always wanted to stick something in you, Tara.
Fuck you!
Fuck you!
I do like that though, because it's totally Scream 3 right there.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Him. She should have stabbed him twice. He didn't deserve to have the one last scare shit. Look at her. Look at her little crazy ass. Watch her be one of the killers in the next one, because she looks like she likes it.
Looks like you're down another brother.
R.I.P. Quinn. You will be missed. It's the running while holding and pointing the loaded gun at her instead of shooting her. That one.
Fucking idiot.
Hello, Detective Bailey. I've got one question for you. What's your favorite scary movie?
You know, you gotta have it at least once in every film.
You're in my movie.
You've got a fun part, so don't blow it. What movie? Same one Marnie's in, only her part got cut way back. But you're the dumb blonde with the big tits. We'll have some fun with you before you die. She's about to fuck him up. I hope somebody out there has counted that, because I'm curious, because we know that she got Richie 22 times. I'm curious how many times she got him.
My father was a murderer. I'm better than that.
The look between the two. She's like, really, bitch? Yeah, you're right.
So.
Look, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I really, really want Sam to become the killer. Like, I know everybody's like, oh my god, no, you can't do it. Like, her mental health journey, oh my god. Oh my god, she's been fucking stabbing bitches left and right. Let her become the killer.
I want to be in your life, but only as much as you want me to be. I want you to be.
The way that, like, they didn't even go to check on Kirby. Like, they just think that Kirby's just somewhere bleeding out.
No, I'm gonna pass on that one.
Oh my god, you're not the killer. You came to, like, help it.
He's the killer. Meet me back here for Scream 7. Because when he takes that mask off in Scream 7, I'm gonna be like,
What'd I say?
If you ever need me, call. We're all part of the same fucked up family now.
that wig didn't move not a single inch the whole movie.
Hey, we got another one here.
Dad, how are you alive?
At least I get more Mason Gooding. But he better be in a fucking wheelchair in the next movie. He better not be up walking around. See, everybody's like, oh, her dropping the mask is supposed to be like, she's fighting against her darkness. She's better than being a killer. The whole thing in this movie was the killers, after each murder, they were leaving the mask behind. What if that, like, team make Sam
the killer?
All right, you guys, so that completes Scream 6, an absolute gem of a movie. I loved it. It has been said, but I will say it again. There, at least in my opinion, there is not a bad Scream movie. You can rank them how you like, but each movie is a full-on fucking ride, a roller coaster. I love it. There is something to love about every single one of these films. Scream 2 still remains, you know, at the top of the list, at least for me. I'm so excited for Scream 7. I kind of feel like they should somewhat follow the pattern of like the release of Scream 3, like maybe instead of Scream 7 releasing next year, maybe give it an additional year. Sometimes you just gotta let stuff breathe a little bit. So if it takes like an additional year to make Scream 7, I am fine with that. And oh god, that means that I have to see Scream 7 7 times in theaters. Let me know what you guys thought about Scream 6 down in the comments. And oh yeah, before I say goodbye, with Yellow Jackets, I will still obviously finish out season 2, but just expect those. I'm gonna do each individual videos, and they're kind of gonna come like random times because I have a lot of movies, like new movies that have come out that I need to get through. So we'll still be doing Yellow Jackets. I will still finish out season 2, but just expect them at like random times. So anyways, I will see you guys next week.